right, welcome back to another edition of the Starfighter podcast. After recording a banger of an episode yesterday with the WandaVision finale, we're back with something even better. So if you were disappointed like Dom, you got something else to be excited about this week, which was the release of Pyra and Mythra. So we're here with myself, Jake, who I go by in the Smash community as JR, and we're here with Dom and special guest Nick. How you guys doing?
Pretty good, man.
Doing
Pretty
good. Good to have Nick on
Good.
finally.
I know, for first time. I think we're all excited about it. Nick, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
All right. So I grew up, at least for Smash, playing the 64 version, having a bunch of like friendly tournaments and stuff like that. Melee came out, got into that super heavy friendly tournaments as well with that, and then tried to like enter some tournaments, but I was never really that good. Then Brawl came out, and that was like, it was a game. And then they made Smash for the Wii U, which I felt like had some of the most hype reveals of, I don't know, in video game history. And then obviously Ultimate now. And I played Project M for a little bit too, which was really, really fun. So.
Oh, for sure. So by your background, are you a Nest main then?
I'm not a Nest main. I really wish I was though. I wanted this guy in the background because this is a little picture of Nest that my wife drew. And
I couldn't tell. It looks like official art. Look at that.
I know, right? She did a really good job on it. So I just wanted it in the background for the opening. But
shout out to Mary.
Very nice.
Pretty
well,
sweet.
We're glad to be back talking about more Smash Bros. We did a Sephiroth episode, and we'll just keep doing this. Definitely for every character, and hopefully it continues on past this DLC pack. That'd be nice. But before we get into it, subscribe, rate, review, follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We're putting out all kinds of content. Star Wars, Marvel is the big stuff, but stuff like this, games that we love, we're definitely here to talk about that as well. So starting off with Dom, I believe you told me that you have never played Xenoblade before. So what were your thoughts when you watched the trailer and it was announced that Pyra and Mythra were coming to the game?
I thought it was a really cool trailer. Yeah, you're right. I haven't played Xenoblade, at least not yet. You've told me I definitely need to get on that. And from what I've seen, the game looks amazing and looks really great. So I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to check it out. But yeah, I thought the trailer was good. I only know Shulk, and I was introduced to Shulk from Smash 4. So, and I thought he was a cool character. And yeah, so I didn't know Pyra or Mythra, but yeah, I was definitely interested for sure.
All right. Yeah, better than like getting a character you don't want in like Steve. But yeah, anybody who hasn't played those games, you have to check them out. Nick, have you played them?
I unfortunately have not played Xenoblade.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I kind of want to now though, with Pyra and Mythra being added. And obviously we'll probably get into it later, but they really do want me. Them being included and the way they play make me want to go play Xenoblade. So
yeah, for sure. In my opinion, it's the second best Switch game, only to Smash Ultimate being my favorite. It's amazing. I think 2 is a little bit better than 1 in my opinion, but yeah, both great games. Definitely check those ones out. So when we learned that it's not Rex, it's Pyra and Mythra, just quick answer from you two. Are you on Team Pyra or more Team Mythra? Because there has to be a choice. You got to pick one, starting with Dom.
Team Mythra all the way.
Okay.
I mean, she's crazy.
Same here, Nick.
I'm going with Team Pyra.
Ooh, all right. Well, I'll be interested to hear your thoughts as far as how good the character is and everything. I think the general consensus is Mythra kind of busted at this point, but yeah, definitely cool characters. So being a huge fan of the game, I was really looking forward to seeing their different alternate skins. My personal favorite is the last one. So if you just click R once, you get it. It's called the Numa skin, basically. And Numa is like her third form. So she has Pyra, Mythra, and then Numa is like the most powerful. So I thought that was pretty cool. and then they look kind of similar. But which skin are you guys rocking, Dom?
I think like it's kind of like a grayish blue, and then like with some red designs. I think that's the coolest one in my opinion. Um, but after playing a while, I think when you're in a match and things are starting to pick up, like with the pace, sometimes you might get lost because they're both the same color. So I think that it could be good to have the distinction, and so now I've just been doing the first, I guess we'll call them the OG colors, the red and white.
The default, yeah. Well, hey, if you're getting lost, then your opponent might be getting lost too. So they might get confused which one you're throwing out there if you're just switching constantly. Nick, what about you? What are you liking?
So I like that either the dark blue with the red or the black and the red. I thought it was black and red, but that one
I
that
think
you
it's
mentioned,
black and red. Yeah.
yeah, I thought it was black and red. I don't know. I really like that one.
Nick is also colorblind.
I am.
Oh, fun fact.
That's a true statement.
Yes.
The biggest colors that mess me up are like green and gray. So
Okay.
I have like special glasses that help out with that, but not wearing them now. Anyway, my favorite color though is the one that's like the high contrast. I can't remember. I think Sakurai pointed it out that they made it's like the same color palette as the default, but it's just like the colors are so much brighter and they pop more. And I actually really like that one.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool as well. I thought it was definitely, some good decisions on that part. It's better than getting like Sephiroth where you got no shirt or shirt and that's about it.
Yeah.
So I'm not a big fan of those ones, but it was nice to see some colors that pop, that's for sure. So even though you guys haven't played the game, we got the stage. I don't remember the official name off the top of my head. It's blanking on that, but you're basically riding on Gramps. Gramps. So you think it's somebody's grandfather. It's not, for those who don't know. It's Rex's. He was basically adopted by this thing and he just kind of lives on him. So it's an interesting story. It makes more sense if you played it. It's nobody's grandpa, but his name is Azorda actually instead of Grams, but everybody calls him Grams for the fun of it. But this stage, now we got Sephiroth stage, and at least in some tournaments it's been legal, but I don't know about this one. What do you think, Nick? Should this stage be playable at all?
I mean, I actually like the stage, and I like the idea of when you turn the hazards off, it's just the one platform. I accidentally did that when Dom and I were playing like a little bit before this.
You definitely like the stage.
I think it's a cool stage, and it's cool to have the idea of like an offset platform. And I think the stage in general is just pretty cool with like everything in the background, and then also fighting on Gramps. I do think the stage is cool for sure.
Yeah, I've been enjoying it. I definitely will go there on like default Battlefield or FD. But yeah, it's really cool, like the background and everything, seeing the Titans, which is cool because in the game, you basically travel to those Titans and you walk around with it. Like those are the only lands in the entire world are those massive beasts they call Titans. So it's pretty cool design, just how you progress through the game that you're always on a Titan. So that's pretty cool. But what about the music? I know both of you are guys are kind of music lovers. You digging the soundtrack, Dom? We got like what, 16 new songs?
Yeah, and I haven't heard all of them, but so far from what I have heard, it sounds really great. Definitely really cool. Enjoy them.
Yeah, I've been digging it. I think especially brings you back, if you played the game before. But I think overall, the Xenoblade games have a pretty cool aesthetic, and that transfers to the music as well. So, all right.
Also, can I say one thing real quick?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
People might know this already, but I make the music for our show, and I'm particularly proud of the song for our Smash Bros episodes in the beginning, and I got a little bit of help from Nick because he showed me some video game like music that he made, and so that kind of inspired me to make one for our show here, and I really dig it. I think it goes great.
Nice. Yeah, definitely looking forward to hearing that again when I check out our own episode once it gets uploaded.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the character in general, because obviously we do play for fun, but I think we can all agree we're competitive as well. So, Dom, what are your initial thoughts? Where do you see the character? She good? She bad? A little both between the two?
I think she's pretty good. I'm surprised how much I enjoy playing her. I think it was a really nice surprise because especially had, having no background for her, like no other context, haven't played the games, Xenoblade games, but yeah, I think she's really awesome, both Pyra and Mythra. And right now, I would say there's just so much potential with this character, and we're going to see and learn so much in the next months, years, of what she can really do. But yeah, I think she's a good character. It's really solid.
Yeah, I'd say for sure. I think most DLC characters are usually pretty good, but whenever you have a character like Mythra that basically doesn't have lag, you know she's going to be pretty good. But Nick, what are you thinking? You like one more than the other? What are your thoughts as to where they're landing in tier lists?
I think they're going to be pretty high on the tier list. I believe at least A tier in my opinion, just because that down B I feel like has so much potential to, you start as Mythra, build up damage, down B into Pyra, and then go for it from like a competitive aspect. My personal favorite though is like I would just stick playing Pyra just because she's a heavy hitter and she's just the power behind Pyra is really good, even though her recovery is pretty terrible. But I do feel like they're pretty high up on the tier list in my opinion, at least A tier.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned the switching, which I feel like once that gets implemented, it might boost them up a lot. I'm trying to get used to it because I play Pokemon Trainer, and so you do switch, but you don't switch like that. You switch when you want to either get out of a really bad situation or you want to play different Pokemon. Because you got to go through the rotation, and plus there's cooldown on the switches. You got to wait a few seconds before you can switch again. So it's a little bit different. So yeah, I'm trying to get used to that because I'm like playing Mythra almost the entire time and almost forget to switch. But that's not necessarily the worst thing because for me, I think she's an insanely good character. I think she's very similar to Joker in the way that she just has really good neutral and hardly any lag on her moves, similar to Sheik as well. But why Sheik's not even better is because she struggles to kill, like Joker without Arsene and like Mythra. So definitely throwing Pyra in there helps a little bit, but I'm personally not a huge fan of Pyra. I feel like her moves are so laggy. It's just, man, it kills me every time. I feel like every time I hit a button, it's like I'm being punished for it if it doesn't land. But I did play her more today. I do think that side B is busted online for Pyra. Um, but I don't know. I'm really looking forward to some of the professionals playing her. I know I was watching a Mewtwo King video today, and he's thinking that she could possibly be the best in the game, which is crazy.
I was watching that too today.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he has his Pyra, how to play Pyra video, basically. So I'm definitely, we'll check out the one that he makes for Mythra in the coming days. But
check out Boyd's too.
Oh, Boyd made one. Yeah, I think Boyd, I think Esam might have put one out, but yeah, it seems pretty cool. So yeah, let's just get into the moves a little bit and the specifics, starting with our favorite moves. I'd have to say, for me, I really am enjoying Mythra's forward air. It's really different in the way that she hits at an up angle instead of the majority of the cast, like, you think Marth, Lucina, right, where they do a downward swing. So it really picks them up. So it's really cool at like low percentages to get that, and then it basically combos into a grab if you dash or a dash attack or something like that. And especially when Pyra is using it too, it sends them at such a crazy angle that it's really good for edge guarding and stuff like that. And of course, crazy kill power. But Dom, what do you think is something that really makes her broken by one of her moves?
Oh yeah, really quick, if I can just backtrack for a second,
because
I didn't rank her, but Pyra, Mythra, But I think the easy way to go, or like the easy answer, safe answer, is high tier. But I actually think that she definitely could be top tier. So I'm just gonna say top tier right now. But favorite moves, we were starting with Mythra.
Either one, whatever you want to throw out there.
Okay. Well, you started with Mythra, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say her neutral air. I think it's just really, really good. I think, I mean, all of her moves are great, and like so many of them just lead into combos, and especially tech chases. Like you can um, really get in the zone and like just not let your opponent breathe. And then if you're doing the ditto, it's back and forth. You know what I mean? Like then they're not
Yeah.
letting you breathe, and you can't stand up sometimes because they're just chasing you down so fast. I mean, her mobility is crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think that neutral air is pretty dang good. It's better than Byleth's in a few ways as far as landing lag and as how fast it comes out. I think Byleth's might combo a little bit better, but I think what makes her so good is like you were saying with her speed that even if it doesn't lead into a true combo and they air dodge, you can usually use a different move to combat what they just dodged out of because she's so incredibly fast. But Nick, what are you liking from either Mythra or Pyra?
I think both of them, I guess in terms of like, I don't know, utility, my favorite move would probably be just down tilt for both of them because it hits them up at such a good angle, and then you could go in for a forward air, you could go in for an up air. I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of potential for that too. But like favorite move in the game, I was telling Dom about this, is Mythra's side B is just so flashy. Was it, man, what is it? Photon, is it Photon Dust? No, Photon Dust? I think I'm getting
Sounds.
them confused.
It's Photon Edge.
Photon
There you
Edge.
go.
Anyway, I thought Octaslash was like the coolest looking move in the game. Nah, Photon Edge is super cool. Just like it's a Dragon Ball Z moment flashing around on the screen and then just Mythra hitting your opponent. But yeah, I think down tilt, in terms of utility, has just a ton of potential.
Yeah, for sure. It's cool that I feel like the way they design the character is, of course, they don't really expect you to kill with Mythra unless you're getting smash attacks. But that means her moves have very low knockback growth. So that down tilt is going to combo even at like 100. I mean, you're still going to get combos off of it. So it's like a lot of characters lose their combos at higher percents, but she can keep going, which is cool, and then switch to a character that can kill. But yeah, that down tilt is frame 5, which is pretty crazy. And it doesn't have any of course, lagging after that either. It comes out on frame 5. And so I looked it up for like reference, like Crom's is frame 7, and that's a super good down tilt as well. So it's crazy good. But yeah, I do like the side B as well. I feel like I should know the name to this because it's an RPG game, so they shout out their names of all their moves whenever they do them, and you hear it a lot. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I definitely like how they transferred the names, from the game to Smash Bros, and it's definitely sort of accurate in the way they did it. So that was pretty cool. But Dom, what do you got?
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, going off of what we're talking about with the down tilt, I really like the like down tilt into forward air strings that you can do. You can do it probably at least 2 or 3 times, just down tilt forward air and then repeat. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, man. She's got a lot of combos. It's like it's not really one thing you're fishing for. Like when I play Squirtle, I'm like, oh, I'm looking for a grab into down air and then conversion from there. But she's definitely kind of character where you're looking for a few different things and then you kind of make it up as you go, depending on weights and fall speeds and everything like that. You got to really be on your toes for that. So yeah, I think she's a pretty cool character. So we all think she's pretty dang good, that's for sure. But if we had to pick um, some of their worst moves, starting with Mythra or Pyra, whichever one you want, Dom, what do you think's a move that is not getting used very often?
I don't know. It's tough. I feel like all of them have good moves. Definitely, I kind of hear what you're saying, about Pyra, struggling a lot because her moves have so much lag on them. But it's tricky because it's sort of like really good moves, but a lot of them are very situational. You know what I mean? Um, I know that I've been having some irritation with like the up air or the up smash not always connecting. Have you seen that,
A
Jake?
little bit, yeah. That does happen sometimes, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'd say that kind of bothers me. I think um the side like Pyra's side B is a little bit annoying, especially online. But yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, for me, I think they're neutral Bs on both of them. I rarely use, especially Mythra's Lightning Buster, neutral B. It just is so much slower than all of her other moves. Like that's the one move that takes a little bit to come out, and I just don't find myself using it that often. And even though it does really good damage, I think I'm more likely to use like side B as like a roll read or something like that. And it's a lot more difficult to kind of combat side B because I don't really understand where they're coming out and where she's going to land. I think we might get used to that a little bit more. But for both of them too, I think I've seen some crazy things from Pyra's neutral B, people using it to edge guard. So I think that would be really cool. If you know where it's coming from, you can kind of just charge it up as you fall and then use it, and she kind of stalls in midair and you can still recover. So yeah, I saw that somebody was using it against like a piranha plant and it killed it like 30%. And I'm like, okay, that's insane. But
See, I've been edge guarding more so with Mythra's off stage,
okay.
like just fall right off the edge and do her neutral B. I found some pretty good success with that, but I'm just trying to use the move more. But yeah, I'm running into that situation too, where it's like a lot of times it's too slow. It's not really doing anything for me. But I have heard that a lot of people think that it's a really good neutral B. So yeah, I'm just trying to use it a little bit more.
Yeah, I think too, depending on, what character is recovering and everything might go through you or something like that. Like, I play like Pokemon Trainer again. So like Charizard, I feel like would just kind of go through that. So some characters, it's not going to be worth it. But yeah, I think there's situations for everything. But Nick, what do you not like about these moves or the characters?
So I don't like Pyra's side B because you have to know when to throw it out and when it's going to hit, I feel like, because if you whiff it, then you're stuck without a sword for a good amount of time. And I think her side B would be better if you could throw the sword and run to the sword and pick it, like automatically pick it up, kind of like King K. Rool, how you can pick up you could throw it and then it lands and then you grab it. But if you could throw the
The
sword and
crown, right?
yeah, the crown. Did I say something else? I can't remember what I said. Uh, but yeah, if you could throw the sword, run to it, and then automatically grab it and go into some moves, I think it would be better. But in my opinion, Pyra's side B is not good. Um, unless it lands, then I feel like it almost has an effect like Ness's PK Fire, where they can get caught in it. Um, for Mythra, I agree that the neutral B, I don't find myself using that a whole lot, just because all her other moves are so good. Um, but yeah, I think that's pretty much all I really have to think of like worst move.
Hmm. Yeah, have you seen though, uh, Pyro side beat the Blazing End? Have you seen some of like the footstool combos that people are doing with that? It's
No.
crazy. Yeah, it's because they get caught in it for so
Yeah,
long. Like you run over, footstool them, and then just do whatever after that. But it's really good. I mean, I tried to practice it. Man, it's tough. Like I don't know how practical it's gonna be in tournament. I did watch a clip that MK Leo posted on Twitter, and of course he's doing it naturally, of course. Like it's nothing. So I mean, hey, if you got the skills to do it, like maybe it could be really dang good. But yeah, I think I think it can be good, can be bad. I wish it did clip the edge a little bit more. Like it was even better for edge guarding, kind of like how Min Min can edge guard. I feel like people are always getting past it for some reason, but yeah, it's not bad though. And it's definitely harder online than offline to guard against and everything like that. But another thing that I'm not liking are their up Bs. Now, we saw in the trailer Sakurai using like Pyra's up B to KO, right? But it's not the same as like Crom's that carries you in it. So if there's a platform, you're just like losing them every single time. Like they just don't follow you up to the platform. So that was a huge disappointment to me. And I've maybe gotten one KO with that move ever. So I don't know if I'm starting to think that they're just better on stages with less platforms because of that. But what are you guys thinking as far as, you know, their up Bs? Is it a deal breaker how bad they are at recovering and stuff like that?
It's not a deal breaker, I don't think. I mean, Mythra's is pretty bad. But I was actually talking to Nick about this because we got to play for a little bit. But like with Pyra, I've noticed that after you do the up B, you can air dodge, and even if you don't air dodge, she has a little bit of mobility in the air that you can sometimes push yourself, and it'll be just enough to snap to the edge. So that's been working out quite a bit, I'd say, with Mythra. Usually I'd never even try to recover with Pyra. If I can switch to Mythra, I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah, I agree there. And I did see one thing that somebody found on Twitter. So normally when you air dodge to ledge, you have a few frames between when you grab it and the air dodge ends that you can be punished for it. But apparently Mythra has 0 vulnerable frames during that. So as soon as you start the air dodge, she will grab ledge and there's no way to punish. I thought that was pretty crazy. So if I play her, I'm definitely going for that a lot more. I mean, of course, depends how far out you are, but I thought that was pretty interesting. I read that like the only other character that has different frames than everybody else is like Keen DDD has a few less, but then she came out and she has 0. So I thought that was pretty crazy. But one thing that I did want to talk about also is her Foresight ability. Nick, what are you thinking? Is it broken? Is it just pretty good? What are your thoughts?
I don't think it's. I don't feel like it's broken since Bayonetta pretty much has the same thing. Since it's pretty much like what is it, bats within or bat within or something like that. I don't feel like it's well. Okay, yeah, actually, you know what? I take that back because the character. Here's why: is because like you would like if you get hit by it, you slow down for a period of time, and so then you get hit. So yeah, actually, I'm sorry. Like mid sentence, I started thinking about that. It is a little broken, but I feel like it's. I don't know if it's kind of. I feel like it's kind of hard to land, but maybe I'm too casual.
No, I've definitely been like
I don't think it's the
trying
easiest
to
to
use
land.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I try to use it sometimes and then it just doesn't happen. I'm like, oh, okay, that's too bad. But yeah, I did see one thing where it's like somebody dodged Joker like up smash and they were able to switch to Pyra and use forward smash before he could even do anything. And I'm like, so if you can do that, I mean that's pretty insane, especially considering how crazy Pyra's forward smash is. I mean, I I don't know. I'd have to actually test it, but it seems like it could be the most powerful in the game. But yeah. So Dom, any closing thoughts as far as combo strategies that you like to use for her and anything like that?
Oh, are we already almost done?
Well, we have more afterwards. We can talk more about Smash as a whole and other DLC characters. Okay. But anything that you want to say specifically about Pyra and Mythra?
Yeah, time flies when we're talking about Smash. Yeah, definitely. Like strategies, right?
Yeah. Anything you got to say about them?
So, I mean, I think everyone's kind of gonna play a little bit different, just in my opinion, and in the little time that we've played the character. I feel like starting out with Mythra is the way to go and racking up damage, similar to Pokemon Trainer with Squirtle. In that sense. but probably even go a longer time with Mythra. And I found some success in like if you rack up the damage, start your combos and everything, get your opponent into a bad position like off stage, and like try to pull back a little bit, switch to Pyra. Um, I mean, a good like pivot F smash every once in a while is all you really need, especially with her, because I think Pyra has like the best, possibly the best F smash in the game in the sense of power and like KO power, but it's still laggy. But I mean, online, just I feel like you plan on hitting the F smash early, and like that'll like up your chances of it landing. But yeah, definitely start out with Mythra is what I would say, and she just has so much crazy combo potential, and kind of like what we were saying earlier, it's like it doesn't even have to be something like so precise. I feel like you can be very like almost artistic with it, like you can just make stuff up, you know what I mean? Like it's she like really strives with tech chasing again, like it doesn't have to be super precise. Like all of her moves are leading into something, so just keep chasing them down with that, with neutral airs and your tilts that are so fast. It's awesome.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. Yeah, she can be pretty crazy in that. And like you were saying with when to switch to Pyra, it's definitely, yeah, later. Like I usually switch to Ivysaur from Squirtle at like 50-60%, unless I feel like I have a super hard winning matchup with Squirtle that I would go longer with him. But I find myself switching at like 100 for Pyra. But it's definitely though, if you got like the edge guard, yeah, go for it, because Pyra can just take somebody out super easily. But Nick, any thoughts? More thoughts on Mythra Pyra?
I was thinking about it earlier, like playing with Dom, and I don't know necessarily what her like a matchup would be where Mythra Pyra would be at a disadvantage. I guess right now the only thing I can think of is possibly Lucina, just because she has a range with the sword. Um, and also I feel like maybe people with a reflector. When I was playing Dom while he was Pyra Mythra, I was Mario, and when Pyra would throw the sword, if I'm able to reflect it, I feel like that's pretty big damage.
That
Um,
was good, yeah.
and you can, and
For
when
Nick.
Pyra, yeah, when Pyra gets hit with that sword, I feel like you could run in and do a ton of other things. So I have a feeling that might be a thing for like their weakness. But yeah, I feel like combo game's amazing. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot more crazy combos to see in the future. So
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
I was surprised how good Mario, at least from what I can tell, I think Mario um, is actually a good matchup for Pyra and Mythra.
Yeah, I would say that, especially I do find myself almost relying on side B a little bit when I'm Pyra. But yeah, you get that reflected back at you. They still have their sword or whatever. Like Pyra can't capitalize on it like somebody else can, so they can still attack. So yeah, you definitely don't want to get hit with that. I did play a few online as Pokemon trainer. I think it's pretty good matchup for Pokemon trainer. I like it. They have a weight that's similar to Wolf, at least Mythra is, because Pyra is a little bit floatier. So she can be pretty easily comboed with Squirtle. Um, in some ways, Ivysaur outranges her a little bit. And yeah, I mean, if they're kind of being forced to play Pyra, uh, I feel like some characters can outmaneuver. You got to be really good. I mean, you got to get a good read or a hard punish on something. But I don't know. I find it a little bit difficult. I feel like she's a little bit too slow in a lot of ways that she can't punish the way I'd like to. Like I was hoping she'd be more like Charizard, Like Charizard, I can use up smash, which is like frame 7 out of my shield, and that'll KO super early. But hers, I think her fastest option would be up B. But again, if you got the platforms, you kind of screwed in that respect. So yeah, some good, some bad. I do think it depends though. I mean, I think Mythra has almost no losing matchups just because of her speed and everything like that. Like Sheik as a whole only has losing matchups because she can't kill some of the heavier characters. But as far as the neutral game, yeah, I don't think Mythra loses to much. It's just a matter of kind of your play style and who you are if you're able to take out Pyra when you need to and just kind of overwhelm her, because she doesn't have the moves to really get away from anybody or kind of get off my back moves or out of shields or anything like that. So you kind of force them to go back to playing Mythra if you're winning the neutral in that way. But then again, she can't kill you. So yeah, I think they're pretty good. But Nick, what do you think?
I was just gonna say, like, hopefully in the future, if they release another like minor patch, they'll be able to improve Pyra's up B to at least have them carry a little bit more. Because I agree with what you're saying. I feel like if they were just, even if they didn't make it so that the character gets, kind of like stun locked, like Crom or anything like that, if they at least increase the power of Pyra when she comes back down so that it can at least get like a kill from up, like from up of the, or on top of the stage, I feel like that would be a little bit better and a little bit more like utility for it. But yeah, I agree with what you're saying concerning that up B, because it is powerful, but I don't know if it's quite, you know, versatile.
Yeah, I agree. I was playing against them as Pokemon trainer, and I felt like I had no repercussions for hitting their shield or Pyra shield specifically. Like there's not much you could do. You can up B, but if I'm in a spot where you're gonna hit a platform, then I don't care. I'll get hit with the first part of it, and I'll do what, like 5 damage maybe. Um, so yeah, it is what it is. I do think they are high tier just because there's very few characters that can rack up damage as easily as Mythra. And I feel like, especially the, top tier players, if you were playing against them, they're going to find a way to hit you with Pyra somehow. And that's all it's going to take is one or two moves. So yeah, I think they're definitely high tier. I'm glad they're good. I'm never a fan of them adding bad characters to the game, but I don't think they're overpowered really as far as like, when Joker came out or anything like that. And I don't even think she's as good as Min Min in my opinion. But yeah, I think they'll be good. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how like the Japanese players play and everything like that, because they always play in a different play style. So that's always fun to see. But as a whole, I thought the patch was pretty dang good. As far as patch notes, which we always like to see too, it was cool to see like the top tier characters get nerfed a little bit. We got Joker, Wario, ZSS, and I think there's some other ones top tier. Oh, Palutena that I'm leaving out for top tiers that got nerfed. Dom, what are your thoughts? Do you think those were fair nerfs, or your opinion?
Yeah, I think they're pretty fair. I've heard some top players say that some of them aren't. But I mean, no one likes it when their character gets nerfed, even if their character was kind of broken. No one really likes it. I mean, I jokingly texted you. I was like, can't wait for the patch notes. I hope they bring back Wolf's blaster and make it even faster again. How that was ridiculous online, and still really good online. But yeah, so no one likes that, when their character gets nerfed. But for me, I thought it was a pretty good patch.
Yeah, I think it was pretty fair. I mean, personally, I've had Ivysaur nerf, and that was sad because man, that down air used to be insane. Like there was no sour spot on that, and it was crazy. And then the up B got nerfed a little bit too, so that was unfortunate. But yeah, I don't think they really killed any characters. I think they dropped down a few spots, in my opinion. But I think the one that got hit hardest was Wario. They really nerfed his up tilt, which was a combo starter into his down B waft. and then just how fast the WAF came out. So, Nick, you think that move was overpowered to begin with? Was that fair?
I mean,
Nick's a Wario player too.
I mean, kinda.
Oh, okay.
Kinda. I haven't played Wario since the patch. So, and here's the thing: is like I like looking at the patch notes, but I'm not like I like the competitive scene, but me personally, I think I lean more towards like maybe like semi-competitive, probably more casual. So I mean, I just wanted a Dr. Mario buff because like that's who I played in Melee, and they haven't given me that yet. Well, they did in a couple patches prior, but like no love for Dr. Mario, so I'm stuck with regular Mario, which is fine. But I guess it's just something with like just a powerful hit and being able to like plan your moves with like a couple powerful hits is just kind of like I lean towards that play style. And I think that's why I like Pyra a little bit more. But yeah, no love for Doc. It's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, I have to say he's one of the most forgettable characters in this game. So it wouldn't surprise me if even the developers like, oh, people still play that guy. You don't hear very many Dr. Mario mains just because Mario is so much better. But yeah, that's sad. That happens. But overall, I like them nerfing the top tiers. I think it's nice to see that they're actually paying attention to the game. Like, there's been patches in the past where it's like they buff the best characters in the game, and I'm like, what are you doing, right? So kind of felt like they were actually listening for once. So that was nice. And my characters didn't get touched, which is happy because I'm pretty happy with where Pokemon Trainer's at. Easily top 10 in my opinion. I think Wolf is up there too. So at least you didn't get any nerfs, Dom. So you can be happy about that.
Oh yeah, definitely happy. Cool. I was gonna say real quick,
yeah,
because of course, rocking the Wolf sweater, my favorite sweater. He's my favorite character, but yeah, I was just saying like how much I've been enjoying playing Pyra and Mythra. That I might end up having her be like a secondary potentially. We'll see. Just got to play her a lot more and see, if I'll stick with it. But I think that, and going back to like some of the matchups we were talking about, I think Mythra totally tears up Wolf, which another reason to have her as a secondary, against Wolf players. So
yeah,
she's awesome.
Yeah, I would say she does too. Yeah, I feel like Wolf kind of listens to like Squirtle too in that sort of way, but he's definitely got some moves. He's still a good character, even though for some reason a lot of the best players are dropping him. Sad to see, but
I mean, he's got some of the nastiest combos in the game, dude.
He does, man. He for sure does. He just has crazy powerful moves. With
if he has nothing else, he has style, for sure.
Hey, that's for sure. Yeah, I choose him over Fox any day. But yeah, I think she'll be good. I'm glad she's here. Yeah, definitely one of my favorite games. So that was nice to see. But it's even better when it's a character that you love from a game, but then they're also fun to play. Like, I was so excited for Min Min, but that play style is just not for me, even though I think ARMS is a really fun game. But yeah, I think I'll stick to playing Mythra sometimes, just for fun. I don't think I'd ever play her competitively just because I'm really happy with Pokemon Trainer, but I think, yeah, definitely will be fun. I definitely need to play her more offline, get my brother over here or something, because some of the faster characters are a little bit more difficult to play online. Like Squirtle's not as good online and stuff like that. So I feel like if you have the reaction time and how fast she is, she could do some pretty crazy things. But yeah, let's talk DLC. We got 2 more characters left. So Dom,
Nick's been waiting for this moment.
All right, I got my list, dude. I've got it.
I'll start with Dom since I think I've asked you this question before. But if you can think of it, put you on the spot here. Characters, 1 or 2 that you think will go in, not necessarily who you want to, but then if you had the choice, who you'd want to be put in.
A part of me still feels like they might do an Overwatch character. I think a Fortnite character is possible also. Honestly, I'm surprised that they haven't done a Fortnite character. That seems like an obvious one as like a marketing tool.
Yeah, I agree. I'm thinking that they might save it for like the E3 presentation this year, and that will be like their big news. And I'd love to see it because a lot of people would be mad at that also, like they were with Steve, which is understandable. But I think that would be hilarious.
I could picture like a sniper type of special, almost like Byleth's bow and arrow. You know what I'm talking about? Something like that, where you can just like snipe someone from far off stage.
That'd be cool.
I mean, there's so much that they can do and like have it adapt to Smash. And then I'll go with my picks that I would like to see, but probably will never happen. I want Crash. I want Spyro. I want Zero from Mega Man.
Okay, very good. I'd definitely be happy with Spyro because there's not enough quadruped characters in the game. I've never been a fan of Crash as a series or as characters. I feel like he'd be a little similar to Incineroar in certain ways like that, but it would be understandable. It's very popular. But then, yeah, Zero from Mega Man. Is he a Mii costume in this game? He was in Smash 4. He's a Mii costume in Ultimate. Yeah. I wouldn't get your hopes up.
I know. They're not.
But yeah, I mean, we just got the Monster Hunter costumes too with our latest patch. So
don't get me started with that, dude. I'm so mad.
Mad. You're a Monster Hunter fan then?
I am. I played a lot of Monster Hunter World, which is a amazing game. And Rise, I'm sure, will be really good too. I played the demo of that, and it plays a lot like World, so it's pretty cool. And I just felt like they had so much potential to use, just I guess like pick 2 classes for Monster Hunter and be able to make them like a character. But they picked 2 classes of Mii costumes and made that a character. So whatever, it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, now you know how all the Geno fans feel. So,
he is the Geno fan.
I am the Geno fan. Like,
my gosh, he
is the Geno fan.
It's just so salty.
Nick invented justice for Geno.
Hashtag. I did.
That's impressive. Yeah, I mean, I personally have played Super Mario RPG, and it's an excellent game. But I mean, it wouldn't be the weirdest thing in the world. I mean,
did you say Super Mario?
Super Mario RPG, which is where Geno is from. Yes.
Oh.
So, okay. Yeah, it wouldn't be the weirdest thing for them to put old characters in, but besides Terry, I feel like it's been pretty new characters. And I was not happy with Terry because I personally didn't even know who he was. But
that's so crazy. I'm just sorry. I'm blown away because we're polar opposites. Because when I saw Terry announced, I was like, that's insane. Like that whole thing was insane. I was so hyped for that. That's so
as much as I love Smash Bros, I am not a fighting game fan. I don't play any of the other ones, Tekken, Street Fighter. I've never played any of them. I mean, I have, but certainly not competitive. So that's not my thing. But now, okay, we're saying Geno's not happening. It looks like Monster Hunter's not happening. You got any hope left for any other characters that you want in, Nick?
I do. Let me list them off to you.
Waluigi.
Waluigi's not happening. As much as the meme is like strong, it's not happening. I don't feel like it's happening. I think so. I have them for most likely, which is only one, which I feel like it's going to happen. And then least likely, I also have some like personal picks too. I'll go off. I'll try and make this quick. Most likely, I feel like Dante from DMC, particularly DMC 3, is going. I have a gut feeling he's going to make it. Whether he's going to be this next release or the final character, because I can just close my eyes. I can picture the cutscene. Like I feel like Nintendo will do the fake out where you think it's going to be Bayonetta 3. But then all of a sudden Dante comes out of nowhere because, he's like the demon hunter basically, and Bayonetta's Bayonetta. I just feel like that. I feel like that's going to happen. That's a gut feeling.
Yeah, I could see that happening. I felt like it was either going to be him or Travis Touchdown, and from No More Heroes, and they already made him into Me's costume. So
Yeah.
I could definitely see that one happening.
Yeah. So I'll go into like least likely, but I would like, this is kind of like I wish they would put these characters in the game. I feel like another Sonic character should be put in the game, specifically either Tails or Dr. Eggman.
Dude, what about
From
Knuckles?
Knuckles is already an assist, so there's no way he's coming in.
True.
So
But he is so sick in Project Plus.
Yes, I agree. Agree completely. I know that they're not going to put him in. But I do feel like from Sonic Adventure 2, I feel like they need another heavy character as a DLC fighter. So from Sonic Adventure 2, if you've ever played that, Tails actually, his airplane turns into a mech. So I think it would be cool. And when you play as Dr. Eggman, you also play like his levels in his, essentially like his robot. And I think
I could see you as a Dr. Eggman main.
Absolutely.
Nick. I could totally
Absolutely.
see that.
If they put him in the game, he's my new main. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I think it'd be really cool just as like another heavy character.
I was just going to say Sonic Adventure 2 Battle is an S tier game that is legit. It's so good.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Very good.
I have so many hours into that game. It's so good.
The
But
music's
sorry.
no, it's okay. The music's like classic too. Like I'd have the sound test in the background, and I'd have Live and Learn like playing in the background as a kid while I'm doing homework or something.
Dude,
like,
Crush 40 is so good. Live and
absolutely.
Learn, Escape from the City, Open Your Heart from Sonic Adventure DX. Amazing band. Love them.
Yep. Amazing, amazing soundtrack. And the voice acting, like if you look back at it, it's pretty comical now, but like as a kid, you were totally sucked into it, I feel like.
Oh, for sure.
Let's see. Another pick here is either Naked Snake or Big Boss from MGS3 or MGS5. I feel like they could have them as representation since they already have Solid Snake, or possibly Liquid Snake since that's Solid Snake's brother, or Raiden. I feel like all three of those are good potential picks. Possibly either Scorpion or Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat, since there is Mortal Kombat on the Switch right now. Master Chief, I feel like that would be a good addition since they do have Steve and Banjo, since those are, on Xbox. X from Mega Man X, I know it's a Mii costume, but wishful thinking. Mallow from Super Mario RPG, if they actually included him, I mean, since they're acknowledging Geno, and I think Mallow was a hat in the Wii U version, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
So if they're acknowledging the series, then just at least bring Mallow in to make some people happy, or at least me. Like, sheesh.
Nick has thought so much about this. It's awesome.
I have, dude. I'm just need it to be out there. Just think about this. Let's see. Conquer from Conquer's Bad for a Day, since it is a rare title. Again, wishful thinking, probably won't happen. But if they got Banjo and Kazooie,
why is Jake laughing?
Have you ever played Conquer's Bad for a Day? You'd know.
No.
Yeah, you would know.
Oh, okay.
We won't talk about it here.
It's one of the few M-rated games for the N64.
Oh, okay.
But it's comical in a way.
It's a lot of British humor and fourth wall breaks, and like a lot of movie references. Like they have Enter the Matrix and other stuff thrown in. It's a wacky game.
It really is.
I think Yoshimitsu would be a good fit from the Tekken or Soul Calibur series.
Soul Calibur, let's go.
Yeah. Yep. Of course, another sword character. So who knows? People might be upset. Let's see. Paper Mario. I feel like
that's
Paper
definitely
Mario
one of
would
my
be a good
best.
fit.
When there was the whole Smash 4 like boat thing, I voted Paper Mario.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see him. I actually haven't played the new game yet, but there's all Paper Mario games are pretty good, so he'd be a great one.
I think because I have the new game and I actually really enjoy it. The story is very good, but it's a puzzle game. So you have to go into it with the mindset of like, okay, the turn-based aspect, you're playing a puzzle game. Do you want to play a puzzle game for every fight? And
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
No.
I think it's pretty. Yeah, I know, right? Like some people hate it. I enjoy it. I think it's
looks
pretty good.
sick though. Looks sick though.
The best part of that game is the boss fights. Like the boss fights, you have to really think about everything, and they play more like a traditional RPG than a puzzle game. So I recommend it if you are a fan of the series at least. And let's see, last pick is Beautiful Joe, which I don't think is gonna happen.
Oh, dude.
I
I
don't
forgot
think
about Beautiful Joe.
I mean, he's in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Like, just bring him on over. He would be a really good
I'm
pick.
so down for that. He would have something similar to like Mythra and Bayonetta 2, where he like slows down time a little bit,
Mhm.
or even speed. If they made a mechanic where he speeds up time,
Right.
dude, could you guys imagine that? That would be kind of crazy.
If he was able to
I don't
like
know how
buff
they would do
himself.
it exactly.
I feel like maybe they could do it in the sense of you know how Mythra, when she does her foresight move, it slows the other person down. I feel like it'd be cool if they did it where he dodges at the right time and gets a buff where he speeds up. I think that would be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Oh, but going back, since we are mentioning Pyra Mythra again, one minor gripe is the fact that they switched like Zelda and Sheik. I feel like if it would have just been their own characters and they would have gotten a down B move, I've just a gut feeling. It's like super minor, but I feel like that would be a little bit better in my opinion. But that's just me.
Yeah, it probably would have made them a little bit better in some ways, but I thought it's cool. You know, if you play the game, they're the same person, so it makes sense.
I don't
Right.
really understand what you mean, Nick.
Like if they were just like if they were their own characters so they can have an extra move. Again, it's a super minor gripe, but like let's say if they were, I don't know, if they were echo fighters of each other, and Mythra, instead of having foresight on the dodge like bat within, you put that as down B, and it's like a counter, kind of like Shulk's. But like I said, I've never played the I was about to say Xenogears.
Almost same thing.
Yeah, Xenoblade. I haven't played the game, so I can't say. So it makes sense probably that they did it that way. But I don't know. Again, super minor gripe. Like I'm not trying to make anybody upset saying that.
But yeah, like in the game, she is Mythra, but then she creates the personality of Pyra because as Mythra, she like destroyed a Titan, which is a whole like city and everything because she was so powerful. So she created the persona of Pyra to make that her gentler side. So as you can kind of tell by them, Pyra's much sweeter in that sort of way.
Yeah.
But hey, glad you put so much thought into this, man. There's definitely some that are likely, some not so much. But hope you get some justice for the characters that you didn't get.
Justice for Gino, man. Please.
As for
Next
me,
will be Justice for Mallow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, he's too. No, just I mean,
He could be like Ness.
Do we need another Ness? He's funny. He's good, but you're going way too obscure, unfortunately. Gino, there was just something about Gino that made him stand out above the rest. But no, I think like going off of Super Mario RPG, but Paper Mario would be awesome. I haven't played the new one, so I don't really know his fighting style as much. But at least from like the old games, you know, he's got definitely a lot of good moves. That's definitely one I want to see. I would love it if Fortnite made it in. I think Fortnite's fun. Like I don't play it all the time, but I still think it's a fun game. It's got so much hate for a while for some reason because people like to hate things that everybody likes for some reason. It's like the people who hate Marvel movies. It's like, do you actually, or you just want to be different, right? Like that's the kind of treatment that Fortnite got. But I think he could definitely be unique as far as like the building stuff. It might be annoying because I hate the building that Steve can do. So maybe I don't want him in because he would just be OP in that sort of way. But yeah, I was actually looking through my text from like 6 months ago with a friend, and he asked me who I wanted in, and I said Rex and Pyra. So I pretty much got my wish with that one. So I was pretty happy with that because I love those games. But just a few others. I think we need some more of the initial franchises in Smash to get more love. Whether it be Paper Mario for Mario. I think DK's good because he got K Rool in Ultimates. I would like another Pokemon, even though we have a lot. I love Pokemon. I think Urshifu from the DLC of Sword and Shield would be awesome. Or they can just put in Arceus to promote their new game because that looks sick. Although I don't know how he would fight. He's kind of weird. I mean, it's like basically a big deer. So I don't know. Oh, plus he's already in the game as a Pokemon. So there you go. You'd have to take him out of the Pokeball. Wouldn't that be a cool reveal though, right? Like watching it,
nuts.
Watching Smash and somebody throws a Pokeball and a Pokemon pops up and you're like, okay, cool. But then they like start fighting as a real fighter. That would be a cool reveal. But as far as a little more obscure third party, I just finished playing all the Kingdom Hearts games. And while I thought they were just okay, I do think Sora deserves to be in, whether that's the case or not. But greater than Sora, how about we put Mickey Mouse in the game?
Wishful thinking, but I mean, I like where you're going with that because I think Disney's going to drive a pretty hard bargain for for putting them in the game.
They would. I mean, well, it's like, why not? I mean, come on, that would be so cool. I mean, Mickey Mouse and Mario together, like that would be crazy.
I do think Sora has a pretty good chance because didn't they release like some type of I can't remember what game. It's like a music game almost for Switch.
They probably did. Yeah. So it's just whether or not they allow their franchises to go, which they should. I mean, why do we not have a Marvel character? If they let Marvel versus Capcom happen, why can't they let Marvel versus Smash Bros happen?
Because Disney. That's pretty much
well, they let it happen with Capcom. So what? They like Capcom but not Nintendo? Nintendo has great relationship with Capcom as well.
Yeah, so, but have you seen the backlash from Marvel Infinite? Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, or that's the game, right? Man,
I feel like it's more
play other fighting games.
I feel like it's more a Nintendo thing.
I don't know. Would think. I think it would be awesome. That would be amazing. My choice would be Spider-Man. I just think he's the most loved Marvel character overall. I think he would be the best choice. But then, Marvel let them team up with Fortnite. I mean, there was a whole Marvel season of Fortnite. So why can't they just make it happen with Nintendo? I mean, we got close. But
it's all about the Benjamins, and I feel like people will think Smash Bros is not as much about the Benjamins, so I'm sure Disney is probably like, well, we're probably not going to let you use Spider-Man or Iron Man or Wolverine, even though that would be super cool. But I mean, I would love it if Sakurai said, okay, so even let's forget about DLC for a second. And if we didn't get any character, let's say he just put like the two characters are going to be what are those guys from Double Dragon, that beat 'em up game? Oh, I can't remember their names.
Jake, what was the name of it? Come on.
I think I've never heard of it.
Double Dragon. Oh, I think it's Billy and Jimmy. If they let's just say they use those two dudes.
No, it's like Billy and Tommy.
No, it's not. Stop. Bill and Ted. Anyway, let's just say they did that, and then Sakurai says, "Okay, season 3 is happening." Like, I'm like, yeah, totally. That would be super cool.
Just have the third fighter pass be all Marvel characters.
Yeah.
There you go.
there's your Marvel vs. Capcom in Smash.
There you go.
I don't even know Dragon Ball Z very well. But I would totally be down for a Dragon Ball Z character.
That would be cool. Yeah. As far as anime choices, that's like that would be like my least, even though it's like the most popular, unfortunately. I'd add Saitama from One Punch Man. That would be sick. Great show, really funny. You guys should check it out if you haven't seen it. But I think they've gotten a lot of hate recently.
More of a Cowboy Bebop fan.
No, you're not.
They need Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop in there.
You've only watched one anime ever, and you said all
and
the
I
other
loved
ones
it.
sucked.
And I loved it.
It was a good anime.
But anyways, they've definitely got some hate recently for adding quote unquote anime sword fighters. So I think the next one might not be Japanese just because we've got Japanese with a lot. I mean, yeah, Min Min, okay. Steve, I guess that's kind of American. I think that's where they originated. Minecraft, I think so. But then Sephiroth and Pyra Mythra, definitely harder on the Japanese side. So what's more American than Fortnite? Am I right? But yeah, that's what I got for predictions and what we'll see. I think we all want a third fighter pass. So hey, if we have that to talk about for the next couple of years, that'd be awesome. But any closing thoughts, either one of you guys?
So there's only 2 more characters left, right? That's it?
Only 2. That's supposedly it. So a little unfortunate, coming to a close, and then, man, we'll just see if this is the last Smash game. Even that would be a little bit of a bummer. Although I do think it's incredibly good. I think it rivals Melee in a lot of ways. It would be sad if this was the final one. I said in a lot of ways, not always. I mean, hey, at least we have more than 5 viable characters, so that's nice.
Justice for Melee. Free Melee.
Free Melee.
Free Melee, am I right?
Free Melee. That, yeah, we'll see about that. How about
and
just
free Ultimate Online? Come on.
There you go. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
But any closing thoughts, Nick? We've enjoyed having you here.
Oh, thanks. You know, I know you were talking about anime sword fighters possibly not being in the game. Dante would be, I think. I mean, he's not anime as sword fighter, but I think he's a Japanese character. One more that just popped into my brain is Chrono from Chrono Trigger. People have been talking about that. I don't think it's going to happen. I think if anything, it might be a Mii costume. But anyway, whatever. Closing thought: possibly Chrono. And hopefully you like my spiel of the possible characters that I think.
Loved it. But yeah, I guess that'll do it for our show today. Thanks everybody for sticking around through Smash. I hope you like Smash Bros. If you don't, then probably don't listen to this episode, but listen to the other episodes. Tom doesn't like me saying that. But hey, if you don't
stick around,
then go play Smash.
We got tons
Bros,
of stuff.
Man. Oh yeah, we got everything. Yeah. Smash is just our little side project. But yeah.
Can we ask Nick one more question? Because last time on our Smash show, we delved pretty deep into just like the game. So before we go, I think it'd be cool to just ask Nick, why do you like Smash Bros? Why do you like competitive Smash Bros?
Why do I like Smash? Okay, so why do I like Smash Bros in general is because it is just one huge celebration of video games. I think I don't know if you guys, I do pay attention to a lot of other fighting games, and some YouTubers who are big into that, one of them being Maximilian Dude. And I like the way he described it. It's a big celebration of video games, just in general. Like with the inclusion of Cloud in the Wii U version, it just instantly unlocked just so many possibilities and doors. And now we're at this point where we have Steve from Minecraft. That meme became real. So who knows? Terry and Joker and everybody else. So yeah, big celebration of just video games in general. And I feel like it brings a lot of generations of video game players just together, just from all different franchises. Competitively, I like the feel of Ultimate from a competitive standpoint too, just like how flashy the final hit is and how the versus screen looks and how these winning screens look. I think for competitive play and like these huge arena tournaments and stuff like Evo and whatnot, it's a cool game to watch as well as play, in my opinion. I think you can, even if you're not into the competitive scene, if you were watching, a live stream of Evo and watching Ultimate, you could still get into it, I feel like, pretty easily. And I feel like that's my personal opinion on why I think it's not only my favorite game, but also a good game competitively too, like just in general.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Nice.
Well said. Yeah, I think that's something I enjoy too. Just it can be casual or competitive, and it's always fun. And like you were saying, with it bringing all these different games together, Smash is like the game that brings people together too. I think it's awesome. Like, I would not even be friends with Dom probably if it wasn't for Smash. Like, we knew each other, but we weren't friends or anything like that. I think I met you once, Nick, and it was at a Smash tournament with a lot of our friends and everything. So
yeah, I think
yeah,
unfortunately I had to leave early too. I was doing good with Doc, man, and then I had to leave
didn't even get to play
early.
really.
I know.
It's unfortunate. But that's another reason just to love this game. And I'm sure once COVID's over, I'll plan to meet up in Arizona and have another one of those, because those are good times. But I guess that will do it for our show, Dom. Yes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay,
That sounds good.
unless you get but it's been a good time hanging with you guys, talking Smash. So definitely like this video, subscribe to our channels, and you'll see more Smash content along with Marvel, Star Wars, anything in that realm that is cool to us, and probably cool to you if you're listening to this. Some people think it's lame, but we think it's cool, right, guys?
I do.
Totally. And follow us all on Stereo. Follow all three of us on Stereo.
Yes.
Nick.
Moon Heist. Nick.
It's Nick Nurk.
What's your Stereo name? Nick Nurk.
It
and
should pop up
Jake?
right here in the little corner.
Mine might be like
Don't say that.
JR5253 or something. It's not. I don't know what my Stereo name is. My bad.
Okay. Well, we'll put the link in the description. So
yeah, go to Dom's page, follow him, and then see who he's following, and then you'll find me. How about that?
Yeah, you'll find all of us.
But we'll probably be back sometime this week. Usually we're on Wednesdays on Stereo, so we should see you there. Nick shows up a lot of the time. We appreciate him asking questions, giving his thoughts on everything. So
everything Cowboy Bebop, I got you covered. I'm throwing in the question, and we'll have the story of burgers and everything else.
Oh yeah, for sure. But we'll definitely have you back in one of these shows as well. We got something more to talk about, which we always have something to talk about. So that's the fun of it. But thanks everybody for listening and watching, and we'll catch you next time.
See you guys.